Hey guys, give me 2 seconds. I'm just sending a notification that we are live for the channel collective live read. Bear with me 2 seconds. I'm just sending out the other group information for the actual letting people know that the live read is on. Okay, let's send that. So bear with me 2 seconds. Just got to send it to the Facebook group, and then we will begin. Hope you guys are all doing very well. How was your weekends? How did you get on with this weekend with the Scorpio moon? How did you guys get on with it? Did you find it okay, or was it a little bit all over the place? How did you get on? And do you notice a difference from before the new moon to now? Do you notice a shift, or do you feel like the energy shifted? Because I'm going to be real honest with you. I couldn't record for like 2 days. They were like, you're not recording anything. And to the point where they made it that clear, they turned all my equipment off. I'm not even joking you. So I had people blowing my emails up going, where's my reading? And I'm like, listen, it's up to you. We can do the wrong reading now, which is going to be awful, or you can give it a couple of days and then we'll do the reading, because I want to get it right. Because there's no point paying for a reading and then having information and then 2 days later a totally different set of events, because I don't want to waste people's money, and I don't want to get it wrong. That's another thing, because for me that's a waste, and they agree, because that's why they did it. So if I ever say, listen, because I will give people the option as well, say, look, I'm gonna be real honest with you here. If you want me to, I can record it now, but it's not going to be the same information that you're getting later. And most people will go, no, I'll wait, because they get it. So just to give you a heads up with those that are still waiting on readings. So if you haven't paid for an emergency session, it will take 3 to 5 days from payment being received. If during a busy period, which is 1000% at the moment, it can take up to 7 days. That it is all in the description box of my YouTube channel. I'm very transparent with this, and there is an additional charge for an emergency reading. So that's the state of affairs. If you are confused about where your reading is at, email me and I'm more than happy to talk you through it. But for the majority of people that booked a reading, I was very frustrated because my internet went off and then I couldn't even get into my emails. And then when it came back up, I couldn't even record, because Spirit was like, you are not recording this energy because it's going to be wrong. And obviously I know they're right, because they know. And when I sat down and recorded the first one yesterday, I was like, the 100%, they're so spot on with this. So I totally get it. So that's the update from my side of things. For personal development, aka the manifestation classes, the psychotherapeutic sessions, they are going to be going up in price, because I am absolutely swamped. I try to offer those kind of things really low price, because I feel like, especially for the psychotherapeutic counselling, it's really important for people to do, because it is a good foundation. So I've always tried to keep that really low price, but if there's only one of me and I can't, so I've decided that if you want to do that, you can book in the future at a lower price. But if you're wanting to book it now, I can't do that, because I've got only one of me. I can barely keep up with emails at the moment. Listen, this is not me complaining, by the way, because I'm very thankful and I manifested this. So you can't sit and moan about this. For me, I'm talking about me. I can't sit and moan about this. I'm just giving you guys a heads up so that you guys know the reality. Okay. So just give me, if you feel like that's disappointing for you, I mean, I don't know what to say. I try and make it fair for everyone as best I can, and I listen to the advice of my guides always. I can be wrong, my guides aren't wrong. I value, and they've proven to me time and time again they're on the money with this. So any questions, if you're still confused, by all means email me. If it gets to the point where you're not getting a response and you need one desperately, DM me. But I will just give you a heads up that my emails and my DMs I'm swamped. I'm also trying to build my website at the moment. So I'm, it's a lot on. So with all that information out the way, how is everyone? Karen, hi. Weekend was quite okay. Today is rather yeah. My weekend, I can't complain about my weekends. I mean, I'm busy, but it's not like I wasn't as last week for me. I felt like I was being loaded into a firework and shooted off into the freaking atmosphere. That's how I felt last week. I was like, but it's because my sun hit my midhaven in Libra. Sorry, the sun transit hit my midhaven in Libra. And so with all the busyness of work, I was like, we need to get on the ground in techniques every 3 minutes, basically. Lily, hi, welcome. Mia's Moments, hi, I hope you're doing okay, Mia. Hannah Spanner, hi, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Jenny, hello, welcome. I hope you're doing very well. Danielle Love, hi. Are you on your other account, are you? Bless you. I hope everyone is doing well. How did you get on this weekend? Thank you for the like, by the way. Thank you so much. I hope you all had an okay weekend and that there wasn't many problems and it was straightforward. So I've got also a thank you to announce. First of all, I want to thank Tarot of Light, who continuously promotes this channel literally permanently now. I really want to thank her because she has, I mean, she doesn't have to do that, but she did. And I really appreciate that. I also want to thank Amanda Ellis as well, who's also apparently recommended me. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't, because I'm going to start crying now. Was that how you found me as well? See, this is what I mean. Like, and people tell me this, and I'm like, how? Because these are big channels. Amanda's been on YouTube 8 years. These are big channels. I mean, Tarot of Light, she's got, what is it? I think it's like 100,000 followers. I was like, what? My voice kind of went weird there. I was like, and people have been saying, oh yeah, she will recommend you. She'll mention the recommendeds in the. She'll link me as well. So I'm like, wow, that's I'm honoured. My guides have told me today. There's something else I've got to thank someone for as well. Oh God, I'm going to start crying. This is ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. I get so emotional about these things. Kasana is my neighbour here. Oh, is she? That's how I found. Is that how you found me as well, Egyptian warrior? Kasana told me about. Oh, so you guys have. Kasana's been recommending me. Oh, bless you, Kasana. So you guys have all been promoting me hard then, eh? Wowza. Wow. Okay, now I'm in my feels now. This is going to get emotional today. I can feel it because this is the next thank you I've got to give. Now, I don't know if this person's in. I'm going to get emotional. Jale, for the love of God. Why am I so emotional? Why? So I don't know if you want me to mention your name, but I got a package sent. I'm going to get emotional. I've got a package sent to me today, and I don't know if they want me to say their name. Oh, Patty, don't. Oh, God, I'm going to cry. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Whoever. Oh, right. I'm going to. Jale, just calm down, please. Just calm down. Like, my guides are like, come on. You know, we haven't even got in 3 minutes in here. Okay. I don't know if you're in the chat, the person who sent me the 2 tarot decks, the tarot and the oracle deck. I want to say thank you to you by name, but I don't know how comfortable you are, and I don't know if you're watching. Let me see if you're going to message me while you're watching, because some people don't like me mentioning their names because they want anonymity. I'm trying to think, do I mention them by their username instead, or just not at all? What I'm going to do, because I feel bad, because it's I'll tell you why this is a massive thing for me. This deck was put onto my wish list as one of the first decks when I started this channel, when I started the wish list, right? And it's got a huge sentimental connection to me, which is why I spoke to someone earlier and they were asking me how I choose my decks by instinct. If I have a connection to the deck, I will choose the deck, because for me, it's not just I don't read tarot by the book. I read it instinctively and intuitively. I listen to my guides. But this one's really super sentimental because of the meaning behind it. And I'm smiling, and I know this is going to be super emotional today. So apologies if you don't like me being super emotional, but I can't help it. That's how you found me too. Wowza. See, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I've been hooked up here. I've been hooked up. Guys, I don't know what to say. I've got goosebumps. So I'm not going to mention you by your full name and your real name. I'll mention you by your username because I feel like I have to, because this is a massive, thank you, Danielle. That's so sweet. This is a massive thing. LK. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to get emotional. This is ridiculous. I can't listen. I have to do this because this means a lot to me, and I know I sound stupid because this is only a tarot deck. I'm not going to speak because I'm going to get emotional, but this is the Mermaid Tarot that I've been wanting for ages, and it means something. And I need to stop talking because I'm going to cry. I've picked out one of the cards already because I wanted to sort of see the cards, and I'm already emotional. So this, I feel, may be an emotional reading today. There could be several different reasons why. It could be that I'm channeling for someone who is going to get some special messages today, and I'm picking up on that emotion. But for me, it is also sentimental. So it's like I'm channeling people's emotional energy at the moment. So because we've just had the Scorpio moon in Libra season, so my Scorpio moon has been activated here. That's the one I wanted to send you. It was not available literally anywhere. Looks like that was meant to be that way. Karen, bless you. How many times I feel so bad for you as well. But do you know what it was? And I'll tell you why, right? Because that deck, I made a mental note that when I receive that deck, it activates something, and it has true to form. It was a deliberate manifestation, and it's true to form. It's activated something. It's activated something. I've been so emotional as well, especially today. I'm getting close to my son's 7th birthday and he's no longer here with me. Oh, hard, Danielle. I can't cope with that. Hang on. Okay, let me just remove my emotions from this. Angel. You have an angel looking over you. Literally an angel. Yeah, I would have done the same. I would have actually done the same. So this is my theory. I'm going to sound very cold and aloof here, but you have to excuse me. My emotional world is not the same as most other people's. When I'm connected, I'm very connected, and I'm a bleeding heart, basically. I'm just going to put it very obviously. When I'm in my kind of heightened state, I will be able to observe and detach, so I can look at it objectively, because that's how I process my emotions. I sound extremely detached sometimes. It's because I've got an unaspected moon in the 12th house in Scorpio. It's and also I was born on the full moon. So I have I'm very weird emotionally. I'm not going to lie. When we lose people, you've basically got a direct link upstairs here with your baby. Your baby boy, you've got to remember, the number 7 is an extraordinarily spiritual path. I've got a 7 life path number. It's actually the path of the spiritualist. It's a very lonely path. Your baby was here to activate something in you and then to go up and help you up there. That was how it was designed. Now, obviously, in this life that you're in, that's not going to help you, because you want your baby with you. But there's something that your little boy's doing here, because I relate to you. Okay. It may not seem like it sometimes, but you have extraordinary protection because of it. You have extraordinary protection because of it. And you should definitely keep talking to your little boy, because they're very switched on especially when they're in the spirit realm. They're very, they would have come here to do a job and then gone, because they're that high vibrational, if I'm totally honest with you. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. Keep communicating with him and ask him for signs. It's the easiest way to do it. Ask him for signs. He'll be assisting you. He already has a lot, is what I'm being told. So yeah, just I just keep hearing diamonds, so I don't know if there was something about that, but they're just showing me a diamond. So this would have been a very, very unique soul here. Oh goodness me, yeah. To be honest with you, I worked with a young girl. She was 21 and she'd lost 2 babies, stillborn, 2 stillborn babies, 21 years of age. In fact, I did a charity stream for her at one point. That was the lady I did it for. I don't know how people cope with that. I have an ultimate respect for people that walk through that path and are built in a certain kind of armor, if I'm totally honest with you, because that's some warrior stuff right there, you know. That's not game. We're not playing any games there with that. So Danielle, the least that I think I can do, you know. Got to keep on the path. I think there's a lot of things here to test us, and we've just got to kind of try and work through them best we can. It's the only way, really. Did that burn that quickly, that incense? Wow. Okay, well, we'll burn some more then. That was a lot of incense burning extraordinarily quick. So let me just... Wow, that was very quick. Okay, let's put some incense out here. Guys, bear with me 2 moments. Yeah, this candle this is interesting energy. There's let me just light the incense here. Let me just try and pick up on what Spirit is saying as well, because they're trying to tell me some things for these cards. Let me light another candle. This candle on my right side has just gone out and the incense has burnt down so quick. Someone's trying to... let me light this candle. Give me 2 secs, guys. Danielle, do you light a candle for your little boy? Do you tend to light candles, tea lights? Good. Keep doing it. Keep doing that. Because I'm seeing they're giving me the same light that you're lighting. They're showing it to me. There's something that you're going to get. You're going to receive something soon here with this. So you've got to keep going with it. And they've just... Can you see that? Listen, I'm not a magician, can I just say? And yes, at some point, once I've got the website built, we are going to be setting up cameras and all angles, and you guys are going to get to see all the weird stuff that happens that you don't get to see normally. By the way, anyone who watched that Libra reading, how did you like the new camera angles? Because no one commented on it, and I was like, oh. Massive anticlimactic. But yeah, we're planning on, once the website is built, and we've got some things on the website as well. I want to get cameras in here so you can see the weird stuff that happens on the table. That, like, for example, on I think it was Capricorn's reading, the glass moved, and no cameras are here, so I couldn't get it. But because you got to remember, if I've got like a little hub of energy here, and it's built up, it's very concentrated. So all kinds of stuff happens on this table that no one sees because the camera's here. So I need to get another camera directing, because trust me, you guys, if there's any doubters, they're going to be like, he passed from an undetected heart defect at home. It was quick. I like a candle from him, remembrance from him. You're lucky to have a beautiful little angel looking out for you. Yeah, that was his soul contract. I don't think he was meant to be here that long, if I'm honest with you. They're saying he wasn't. Not that that means that it's not going to really count for any kind of making you feel better at all, but he wasn't meant. He's got this is an angel. We're talking about an angel here. This is not a regular soul. This is there would have been a reason he came in to reconnect you with something and then left when you were ready, or maybe you didn't think you were ready, but on a subconscious soul level your higher self would have been ready. They're saying it was a destined outcome. It sounds awful the way I'm saying that, but there would have been a reasoning behind it. It sounds terrible. Again, I sound really disconnected when I say these things, but there's a certain power to kind of and I'm not talking some kind of Machiavellian power, and I'm not talking an unbalanced power. I'm talking about a regenerational power when you can understand and connect the dots, because again, it will allow you to understand the lesson, and therefore the growth is going to be exponential, you know. So they've just shown me this card. This is the Hanged Man. The merman here is caught in the net. This is actual so the Hanged Man is Pisces energy, right? I felt like he was my soulmate. I loved him so deeply, connected to hit me to myself. So I understand. I mean, I'm in 100% agreement with you. I think he was as well. I think he was. In fact, I'm more than certain that he was. I think it would have totally opened some kind of heart activation up, whereby you probably would be having, because I feel like you've got mediumship as well, because you've got the link with him. So they've opened you up with that as well. Because if you didn't, because this is the thing that people don't understand, is if you have someone passing that is like your, you know, a part of you, the link upstairs, like this is, I'll be really honest with you, if it wasn't for my grandfather, I wouldn't be able to do what I can do right now. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. All of the little things that you see that people go, Jale, that's not normal for a reader. I know, because my granddad brought me up. He was one of my only family members who totally got me, right? In fact, he was the only person who got me, right? So when he passed, I'm not joking, my third eye, I thought I was awakened. It blew my third eye open. And my heart was like, you know what I mean? So the fact that he's so connected to me and he's up there, it allows this, because there's no way. I mean, I'd have ability, because I always have, I was born with it, but because I was like a private detective as a 6-year-old, we'd get robbed in London. We'd go for a meal, the car would be robbed, and I'd be describing all the perpetrators, and my mum would be like, are you actually joking me right now? And I'm like, no, he's gone this way on a scooter, and I was telling all the police and all this other stuff. I was like 6, and they were like, is this a joke? no, I'm psychic. But yeah, the connection you've got is, trust me, if you don't already know the vastness of that, you will. Because when it becomes activated, and I feel like at this stage it hasn't been fully activated yet, you're gonna know. Your world is, your eyes are gonna be focusing on many different things. Prayers, my love, you're such a beautiful soul. I'm still so confused on what I need to do, but I know I have a link. Danielle, okay. For anyone who's confused at the moment about what all this is about, why they're in this state of confusion, why they're in limbo, why is nothing moving, why am I confused? You are in a collective dark night of the soul. We are all going through this. There's a different facet or a level to everything, but we are collectively going through that. Now, some people have already had some dark nights of the soul, and some people, this is their first one. We're going a mass leveling up, awakening wise. So those who have never had an upgrade, instinctively, intuitively, they're going through it, and those who have are upgrading and up leveling. So the trick to it is do not expect anything, because you're just going to end up winding yourself up. You're gonna, someone that was, you know, I've been through several dark night of the souls, and the trick is that if you keep trying to rush to the next point, tomorrow, mindfulness is your best friend. Learn and become a master at mindfulness, and then this won't be as influential around you. It won't be impacting you as deeply. Okay. So Quintina, bless you. So we got to go easy on ourselves, because there's so many people that are sat there going, but why is this happening? You're going to get it, but if you're not meant to know right now, then you're just not meant to know. You just got to honor yourself. Like, there's no point forcing yourself into a position. Like, this is a classic example of this. So the hanged man is awakening. The hanged man observes from a different point of view to understand what they're missing. And as you can see, he's looking directly at the camera now. His nose is, I've got to laugh at that picture. The nose is pointing through the net and his hands are tied behind the back, but he's still looking, right? But there's a sense of restriction here. When the time is right, that net is going to come down. We don't know how that net's hanging yet because it doesn't show us. For all we know, his mate could be in the other side of that, holding it up, saying, this is your soul contract. We told you we'd hang you up and sort of move you in a position so that you would see what you need to do, because you weren't seeing what you needed to do. And when the time's right, we'll cut you down and then off you go. This could be something as well, that people are used to running in one direction and they've been, no, spirit are like, no, hold back. You're not making the decisions from your gut instinct, because a lot of people are trying to work out decisions from their mental clarity, which is you've got to be in alignment to make decisions. Otherwise, the wrong decisions are made. Hello, Brittany. Hope you're doing well. Bless you. Hope all is good with you. So the hanged man is Pisces energy, and it's a timing element. Now, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It talks about completion. So you guys are so close here. We all are. Right, and as you can see, he's a fish out of water at the moment, isn't he? The merman is out of water. He's not in his natural environment. But can you see here? Look at his natural environment. It looks a bit stormy. So it could be spirit saying, look, this is not meant to happen yet. Because if we let you off now and you sort of go off and do this, the environment is not right. The energy is not right. Yeah, Knucklehead. For those light workers in the chat who understand what Dark Night of the Soul is, again, if you're a healer, you will have been put into them on a continuous basis, because there is spirit, and not like, especially me and others that do this job. You can't. How can you understand that if you haven't drowned in it? Do you know what I mean? That sounds awful, but. And don't get me wrong, not everyone is going to have that as in depth or intense, but some people do. And then so it's helpful for, and don't get me wrong, at the time I was like, the heck is this? But and even now, like we're all going through it. But, you know, this is the thing. I believe that my illness that I had for 3 years was preparing me for this, so that it was like they did a fast track job. So that when it comes to this, I'm not in that energy or as much as affected in that energy, although of course I will be still, because I'm part of the collective. But it's like they fast track me to get to this point so that I can sort of get an idea of what's going on. I have a Kundalini awakening after my dark night a few years ago. Oh, that Kundalini is no joke, is it? Eh? That is no. My heart's going brrr, thinking about that. That's no joke. It's a different playing field when that happens. This is basically saying that we have to trust the process. Okay, now if we don't trust ourselves, it's very difficult to trust the process, because it's asking us to cultivate something that we can't see. They're asking us to trust something that we can't see. Now, for those that are using our instincts and our intuition, it's a little easier. But even in the dark night of the soul, that's not so easy. So we're talking about building a faith, because this is what an awakening is. It's to realize and have faith, isn't it? It's the building the faith. You know, we've learned and we've become accustomed to only observing things through our eyes and going, yeah, this is a tangible outcome. I can see it. They've given me proof so I can understand that. But we've lost our soul's memory, or we aren't connecting with our soul's memory, which is an instinctive. Look, how much of our brain do we use? I mean, it's been proven, hasn't it, that we only use a certain amount of our brain. Well, yeah, because we're not switched into ourselves on our soul. You know, a lot of us aren't in that path yet. Some of us, yes, but there's still work, you know. This is a massive collective reawakening of the soul's latent ability and memory, connected from various lives that we've all joined together with at some point, to open our world, so that we're not in. Because listen, before this happened, I'm not going to lie, when I was in that bed for 3 years, I was like, something has to change. And I'm not talking about my life. I'm talking about this whole situation with the world, because I noticed so many disconnected people doing the job I was doing. It was actually upsetting for me, because I felt very different to everybody. I felt like I wasn't connected to anybody. If I'm totally honest with you, before I did this channel, I didn't feel like I was connected to anybody. I felt like I was the most random human being on planet Earth. 0 degrees. Wow. What have you? Wow. So you volunteered again, did you? Oh dear. Oh, I didn't listen. When I went through my progressive sun and moon in Pisces, no, my moon in Pisces, I have a newfound respect for Pisces. That is a hard, and my heart's heavy thinking about that. And I feel like I might be even connected to you here, but that is some real. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to be in energetically. So when the time's right, when the time is right, you have a view above the fray, though. I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's like you're in this perpetual cycle, though, aren't you? With the heightened aspect and then the lower aspect, because when the wounds are hitting you, and then you're trying to rely on some kind of security blanket or something, there isn't one. Listen, I drowned in mine. I was like, the heck is this? Because as a Scorpio moon, we're deep, but it's like we can hold it together. We're very, I mean, don't get me wrong, my moon is in full in Scorpio, so it's the worst aspect you can ever have. And my moon is in 12th house. So I do have that. It's the worst, because everyone that's read my charts like, you have the worst moon ever. And I'm like, yes, thank you. Yes, I'm very aware. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's not easy. The Hanged Man, right? We've also got the Knight of Wands. Look at that. I mean, this is Wounded Warrior, but look, can you see he's actually wandering up a volcano with a stick? This is, well, this is the right deck for us, isn't it, eh? Volcanoes exploding and people being strung up by nets. 10% because that's the left brain. Yeah. I thought it was like 7%, but has it gone up 3%, is it, since I went to school? That makes sense. And can I just say, I learned the other day that English schools and American schools are not the same. American schools have multiple choice and English schools don't. So can I just say my A's that I got, can I just say I got my A's at school, and wow, I didn't know that you guys have been let off with a freaking multiple choice questions for your exams. Because we didn't do any of that. We didn't have any multiple choice. We were thrown in the deep end. We couldn't use anything. So anyway, the Nine of Wands, this Wounded Warrior energy. This is Wounded Warrior energy. So the Hanged Man is at this base of this kind of energy here, because look, he's at the bottom here, and it looks like this man is walking up to the volcano, which to me is a little bit interesting. Let me just tune into this energy. Again, he's out of water as well. He's not in his, there's no elemental comfort at all with this person. This is some ridiculously hard energy right here. Let me link in with my guys because I want to see what they're trying to say here. Through the discomfort, it's a physical test. It's literally a physical test. Hang on. They want you to see it for what it is. They want you to see this for what it is. Someone is being, could be more than one person, totally moved out of their comfort zone here deliberately, but you're not seeing what it is. You're not seeing why yet. You're not seeing why yet. Is it to punish you? No. Is it to make you feel alone? No. Is it to say that you've done something wrong? No. This is not what spirit do. They're doing it because you, when you are at the stage that you are able to move out of this energy, you're in a new, totally new energy that I'm hearing is destined for success. Someone is about to go through. I mean, look, I'll be. Listen, if you got any similarity to me in my life path, this just. I feel like this is. Yeah, I've got Sagittarius ascendant. Thank God, because I don't know what I would do if I did if I didn't have that. You know what I mean? With my Taurus, I've got Taurus. I've got all fixed. That's the only non-fixed sign. Everything else is fixed in my chart on the sun and moon wise. It's a nightmare. So yeah, I've got like the Wheel of Fortune is all of the players on the Wheel of Fortune is my sun and my moon in my houses. So yes, it's an intense chart. Can you hear the gate? Someone's closing the gate. This is the same energy. They're shutting up shop to prepare you for the next stage. So if you feel like there's doors closing, it's meant to. Right, let me talk about shifting the vibration, because you can sit and go, yeah, just shift the vibration. But if the wounds are still there, you can't. That's not going to. You've got to remember. This is why I said about the whole counselling thing, because for me, I get people coming to me for readings, and then I can give all these predictions. But then in 3 days' time, when they go, well, what about this? They've missed the whole point. And because they've missed the whole point, I feel bad, because it's like, I want you to be ready for this next part. So for me, I will try and help them understand why they're reliant upon that and not understanding what all this is for. And that's usually by going back and repairing the foundation, because that's essentially the strong point of everything, in my opinion. You know, so this is you on your life path, that you've been cultivating different tools and different lessons. You've learned different tricks along the path of different things that you know you don't want and things that you do know you want. This is your basically being trained. Okay. Now, at this point in time, if you are sat here going, I don't know what for, though, I don't know what for. I said that. I was like, what am I? Literally 3 years ago, I was like, what am I being trained for? And they're like, you'll see. Because listen, can you imagine if they turn around to me and go, oh, yes, we're going into a situation in 2020. Although, can I just say, they did actually show me. And I told every spiritual person I knew, and they laughed at me. Yes, that did happen. I did. And I actually, if you follow my Facebook, my personal Facebook, you would have seen that all over my Facebook back in December. I was screaming it from the rooftops and was literally told that I was over exaggerating, being extra. I was over exaggerating. So I warned people about this. I don't know what else to say really, but I did. Anyway, back to the reading. So we're being prepared here, right? Or we have been prepared, but this is all. If you're not in the energy of, oh, I know what this is for yet, you don't need to worry about that. You just need to build yourself back together. Okay. Connect to spirit, build yourself back together, and then these guys will take care of the rest. You've got to remember, this is cultivating a faith, things that we can't see, because there's a disconnect at the moment. You know, there's a disconnect with people's faith. And I'm not talking about the religious faith from a book. No disrespect. It's, don't get me started on that. It's about directly connecting to source and feeling and understanding what this means. Okay, because this is going to help you guys, because this whole collective is shifting into a more spiritual one. This is what this is all about. And for a lot of you guys, because this is the thing, I channel for a certain collective. Okay, that's why people have these channels. We channel for a certain energy, a certain collective. And for the collective that I channel for, you guys will probably have a lot of similarities to me, because that's how it was designed. Because they throw me into that, I try and learn as best I can and then hopefully help some people. That was the design. That was what I volunteered for. It's my soul contract. There's more to it, but that's part of it. So don't, forgive yourself. If you feel like you were like, I don't understand why I did this though. Why did I do that? Some things you're not going to totally understand yet, unless you are totally in alignment and you're on your path, and that's it. You're there, as in you're already aware of what all this was building into on a certain element or aspect. So give yourself some breathing room, because we're all going through this, and give yourself some breathing room and others breathing room, because that's another really important thing. Like the amount of times I've bit my tongue because I'm just like, Jale, they're obviously stressed. That's not the right response, because this person clearly is going through a lot, and you just need to, and I'm not talking about being abusive or anything that extreme. I'm talking about little things that I don't need to be, mentioning, like food orders that. Oh, bless you, Danielle. That's so sweet. Yeah, a lot of people do message me and say they feel connected to me. And I'll be really honest with you. I also have people saying my guides are connected to you. And I'm like, yeah, because I've been a guide as well a lot of times. Sometimes I haven't come here. Sometimes I've been up there and been the guide for people in a lifetime. And I know that sounds weird. So I'll usually get people coming through with their guide, and then their guide's like, oh my goodness, I haven't spoken to So yes, it sounds ridiculous, but it's true. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. We're also going into Scorpio season here. Okay, so we're slowly, collectively understanding the emotional responses to a lot of things that maybe we weren't aware was still inside us. Okay, so I want you guys to remember that when you're walking into, because we've got Scorpio season coming up very shortly. All right, we've got again the 31st, the full moon, the hunter's moon is no joke. All right, keep going. Okay, I'm just listening to the guys. I just said keep going. Justice. This is the justice card. Okay, as you can see, the scales of justice are buried at the bottom of the ocean. You've got two parchment papers and a sword. This is the sword of truth and the soul contracts that are involved with the sword of truth. You are going to get some kind of revelation and understanding at the end of this month. I got to be so careful what I say about this. I can't talk about that. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I can't talk about that. I'll give you a brief idea why. There's a very strong divinely protected reason for all this, which if I go into, my guides are going to literally cut the whole internet. I'm going to give you that as a heads up. This is why I'm deliberately moving around that point, because my guides are like, the internet's going to go out. Like they're going to literally cut me off. So because there's a divinely protected situation going on here, that if I talk about, they're saying don't do it. I'm trying not to. I'm just trying to give some indication as to why I'm not talking about it. They're saying you'll see. There's a recalibration going on here that is huge, and yes, it is in relation to that, but I can't talk about it. Sorry. There's a reason I can't. So I am sorry about that, but I have to honor the guides, because the internet will just go, and then we'll end up having to reconnect. So we have to learn sort of moving around these kind of topics. So the scrolls and the sword, it's because there's too much going on that's unguaranteed at the moment. That's why. Okay, what can I say and what can I not say? The truth is revealed. That's all I can say. The truth is revealed. It's just the truth that's revealed. in every sense. But it's going to be starting from this season, and it's going to be collective until 2024. That's all I can say. I am already frustrated with myself, so I apologize if everyone else is. Yeah. Five of Swords. So as you can see, this is what Spirit are now showing us here, is we've got the Five of Swords here. So you've got people in ice, people that aren't waking up, people fighting in cold water. This is essentially why I can't talk about it. I honestly can't, because if I start going into that, you don't understand what I'm going to start channeling, and then it's going to flip the whole script, and I can't get myself anywhere near that energy, because my God, because this is the problem. I'm the kind of person that can, but I will affect the outcome, and it's too big for me to even dare to do that, because it would be these guys that would be not happy with me. So I can't. If I read it, I can't. So this is the protection. It's like, look, Five of Swords. There's a very strong. Let's put it this way. We are still in a dualistic reality. All right. So we have to let these guys deal with that. Yeah, there's a very strong divine protection going on at the moment. If you are not getting opportunities through, it's divinely protected. If you're having blocks, things aren't working, doors aren't opening, it's because it's deliberate. And again, because this is what Spirit are, and I'll move away from the other subject. This is what Spirit are doing is, and in the general collective, is they're testing people to see their reactions as well. Because if they're not opening the doors, because it's actually meant to not be that kind of path for the person, which is why this is happening, so they can. Bless you, Hannah. I'm glad you're getting tingles. Hopefully there's something that resonates with you there. It's because there needs to be a recalibration of view, a perception change. This is about a paradigm shift, a perception shift. We can't have a perception shift unless we've gone through something. So if doors are being closed, yeah, because it's divine protection. But what they'll do is they'll do it and they'll observe your response. And if you're entitled and start going, oh, well, why is this not happening for me? They're like, let me write that down. Because actually it's divinely protected for you to be going in a different path, because that's your soul mission. But if you're fighting it, again, they're holding people back until that's being learned. It's your stomach that is woozy. Oh, bless you. Right. Wow. Look at this card here. Look, he's got his pentacle. He's finally got his information. But can you see there's a lot of energy coming from above? Yeah, we've got the rainbow as well. And then we've got these like pixies. It's like the Devic Kingdom. There's an offer coming from all this that you're probably not going to understand if it was given now, but it's coming, and it's a huge blessing. There's a big blessing on its way here. I'm hearing coping mechanism. The pentacle. Can you see the pentacle has a different value because the perception's shifted? He's not looking, I mean, he's holding it up to his heart, but he's focusing in a different direction. It's the energy that's been that's given, as opposed to the actual literal physical item, because his perception has changed, because he's learned. Although he's only young, you know, there's a learning process here. Yeah, we can't fight change. Don't fight the change. This is what they're saying. Do not, whatever you do, if you're in this energy, and I know that sounds incredibly frustrating, because again, as a fixed sign, I used to absolutely hate with a passion change. I'm a Taurus as well, so I mean, you must know what Tauruses are like. We are the world's most stubbornest human beings on the planet, apart from, you know, Leos maybe. and Scorpios and Aquariuses, because yes, I also have those in my chart as well, and Libra. So yeah, it's not quite fixed yet, as well, is what they're saying. Things aren't quite fixed in stone. There's certain elements that are, but there's certain things that need to be drawn to a conclusion, I'm hearing. Right, what can we, this is the kind of deck where we get real deep and I can't say anything. Hang on. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay, so we've got the Tower and the Six of Wands. So this is Six of Wands is talking about victory here, but can you see she's like basically swallowing a wand. She's attempting to stop, and she's got people observing her, and you've got the Tower. This is a public rebuilding, an external rebuild on a collective level, which is what they're trying to show us about this Scorpio season we're about to go into. So there could be some, can you see this Tower card's got red, which is this, root chakra, strong sort of security element. I'm Taurus as well, Sun in Virgo, Moon in Virgo for Danielle. I have a Taurus moon, thankful for that. Too much water in my chart. Yeah, water is really tough. It's tough, but I'll be really honest with you. I'm trying to think what I'm not going to lie. My 5th house, Leo, North Node and 5th house Sun is kind of annoying for me. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I think, can you calm down, please? Like, you really? Like my guys before I got on, they were like, calm down, calm down. I really love I like my Scorpio moon. I know people hate Scorpio moons. I know everyone hates Scorpio moons, but I really like mine. I don't know. I like water signs because I feel like there's a fluidity that you can utilize, if that makes sense, and it's cleansing. If you use it wisely, it can be very cleansing. So there's some kind of public rebuilding here, okay, of the old ways that are being torn down, ready for the new. So it looks like on a collective level, inside and an internal basis, but also externally, there's going to be a big shift here. All right. We've also got the Fall, which is brand new starts, fresh beginnings, Aries energy. She's finally, oh my goodness, Jane, you've got the same signs as me. Yes. Honestly, I'm an Aries Taurus cusp, but yes, my sun is 0 degrees Taurus. 0 degrees Taurus right here. And my Scorpio moon is 18 degrees in Scorpio moon. Wow, what a mix we are, eh? Is that your, so what, your sun is a 0 degree Taurus, is he? Wow. See, we're taking over now, Jane. That's it. That spirit have gone right. That is the blueprint. That's such a 5th house sun. That is such a 5th house sun thing to say. That's the one we want. Let's keep replicating this. My guides are like, can we just get on with the reading now, please? What you love about my 5th house sun? Oh, I cringe. Because this is the thing. I'm very much in that energy, but I'm a total klutz. So, like, I'll give you an example. So I did Big Brother in the UK, and the final day before I got evicted, I had the eviction night and I had to get ready, and I glued my eye together accidentally, and they thought they were gonna have to they thought they were gonna have to call they thought they were gonna have to call an ambulance for me. I'm not joking you. So I had pink eye. I know I'm laughing at myself, but I can't help it, man. That is ridiculous. Like, only I would do. Thanks, Karen. Mate, that's I can't help it. And this is the other thing, there's some seriously embarrassing moments, like when I went in a task and I had to put a suit on for the task and I put it on back to front, and I had this, I literally didn't realize and 5 million people were watching me do that. I'm sorry, but that cracks me up. Yeah, they were like, would you like some assistance? Would you like some medical attention with the eye? I was like, no, just don't evict me tonight, because then people are going to see this eye. Oh my God, that's so, to me, that makes me laugh anyway. Continuing. Yeah, look at this lesson card. I've just channeled the same thing on TikTok, the Hierophant. This is lessons. They're not letting us move forward until a lesson's been learned. If it means you glue your eye together, then don't do that. Because it's lit. Do you know what? And do you know what the ironic thing is I know what they were trying to show me. They were trying to show me that you're, because I'm going to be, let me be real honest with you here. And I've never admitted this to anybody, right? I'm going to be real honest, because I was like, I went to tell my sister, and my sister was like, Jale, that sounds really arrogant. And I was like, yeah. I didn't think I was going to be evicted. Do you know what the worst thing is when I even got evicted? When I got evicted, I was like, they're going to put me back in because they're not going to lose me. What the heck? That is some inflated ego right there. And of course I didn't, because the reality hit me. But that was my guide's way going, you're not seeing this clearly. You think you're staying. You're not. You're going. That was the sign. But I didn't pick up on it because I was numb at that point, because I was literally like, I was in game mode where I was like, I can't connect to everything spiritually because I feel too much, and then I can't mentally, because it was like mental torture. So I had to put my game face on. So that was their little sign to me, to glue my eyes together, to say, you're not seeing this, if you know what I'm trying to say. You can laugh at yourself, you see, that's it. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I can really laugh at myself, because it is, I know I'm ridiculous. Like I sometimes, and I haven't watched any of that back because I can't. It makes me cringe thinking about it, right? So I haven't watched any of it back, but I do laugh at myself sometimes. And sometimes I even talk to myself and say, Jale, come on. I know that sounds weird, but I do it. And I know that's weird to do, but sometimes I have to talk to myself in that way and say, look, listen. And because it's my guides, so sometimes I hear them and then I have to compound it with my own. Anyway, so there's a lesson being learnt here, okay? And then we've got the High Priestess. So this is, again, the intuitive. Look at that blue moon. We've got a blue moon on the 31st. This is, I'm telling you, this blue moon is, there's going to be a level playing field here with this blue moon. There's going to be a certain reveal on the blue moon on the 31st, 1000%. Can I just say as well, if, let's say, for example, if people have been sneaky or secretive or have been hiding things or weren't real, people are going to start seeing that. I'm telling you. Like, let's say, for example, you had someone that's been pulling a fast one and you didn't want to see it. Like me getting evicted from Big Brother and gluing my eye together, and then the spirit guide saying, listen, she's not getting this, and she thinks she's going to stay because she's got an inflated ego. Let me just stick some glue in her eye. Yeah, so be aware that if you don't already know what that would be and what kind of package that would be, it would be something that you're extremely fixed on. I'll give you that as a heads up. So if you thought, if spirit have been telling you signs that a person around you is no good for you, and you've been ignoring them, spirit is about to literally go, da-da, this is the big reveal, and this is the thing that you missed. We showed you this, but you ignored it. But this is actually really what else is going on, and you didn't even know that part because you didn't get to part A and part B. And it's going to be like a big shock. Hi, Abby. Welcome. I hope you're doing very well. The best way to do that is to go onto astro.com. And if you go into the extended readings, there is an option for you to put your date of birth and your time of birth and your place of birth in to have a look at your chart. And it will show you the sun and the moon sign there. Alternatively, if you Google find my sun and my moon. The sun sign is the date of birth. So, for example, if you were born on the 15th of June, you would be a Gemini sun. All right. The moon sign is your emotional world, and the sun is your personality or your ego. And they gave me a Leo 5th house. So Taurus in Leo, Taurus Leo 5th house. So yeah, all is well there. They've stitched me up. You can't wait for comeuppance. So this is the thing with karma. When you start wishing karma on people, you end up also attracting your own. That's the thing that people don't realize. And maybe you'll sit there and go, yeah, but I don't have any karma. We all do, otherwise we wouldn't be here. We all do, good and bad. So yeah, whichever one you feel drawn to, Cafe Astrology, whichever, Google, astro.com, whichever one you feel like you're drawn to. The lessons never stop. There you go. Said like a true Taurian. I know exactly what it is. Right, just keep an eye on it. And I've got 15. Right, so if someone's saying no room for second chances, and someone's saying I'm getting double take, so I feel like there's a double layer to this. So it's like you're going to get a reveal, and then you'll be like, oh, thank God, is that it? And then they'll be like, no, what you didn't see, and then they'll do another reveal, because there's going to be some that are like that, because we had a double moon. And don't forget, first it's a hunter's moon, first full moon. I think someone told me it's first full moon in 25 years on Halloween. And also it's a blue moon because there's 2 full moons in the month, and a hunter's moon in Taurus. So Halloween is going to be no joke. It's also the pinnacle of when the veil is the thinnest. And when the veil is the thin, what you're talking about here is the divider between the physical reality we're in and the spirit world is going to be non-existent. So, for example, someone like me, I can look through the veil and see what's going on in the spirit world, right? But what's going to happen is, as we get closer to the 31st, the veil there won't be a veil. You'll see into it. So you'll see truth. Okay. That's the same every year up to Halloween. The veil is the thinnest. You can start seeing into. That's why we celebrate. Well, Americans celebrate Halloween a lot more, unfortunately, than this country do. We're the country a little bit more as we get older. The country celebrated it, but when I was a kid, we didn't really do any of the stuff that I'm seeing in the UK now. It was a little bit trick or treating we did, but that was it. So be aware. You're being, let's say, for example, you've also been hiding yourself or your abilities. They will also come out, because it's a dual aspect to it as well. It doesn't have to just be a bad reveal or something. It can be a reveal of your abilities, or a reveal of gifts that you hadn't realized you had. All right. So there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it. Quintina, I thought like that's a lot to go through. Yeah, I'm in agreement. Anything, especially, it's just for this reveal, it's like it can be documents, it could be finances, it could be a person around you that you trusted that you're learning about more. It could be that you chose something thinking that it was the right decision, and put it this way, people's true colors you're gonna start seeing that more and more, right? As long as you've got a good conscience, it doesn't, you're okay. But if there's people around you that you questioned, or situations, then was it the first full moon since 1944? I mean, this is the thing. I'd have to Google that. I'm hearing, from different people, different things. You were born on the 9th of April, so you're an Aries sun then. So you're an Aries sun. I was actually supposed to be born on April Fool's Day, and I was 20 days late, ironically. Right, let's do some final oracle cards, and then we'll close out the reading for today. Thank you for the likes, guys. Right, what are the final messages, please, for everyone today? What are the final messages, please? Yeah. We've got Rescuer. It says, provide strength and support to others in crisis, acts out. Sorry, this is in reverse for me, so I'm trying to read it in the mirror. Provide strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. So we've got a very strong rescuer energy. I mean, it depends if you've been manifesting it. If you've been manifesting it, then possibly. Then we've got priest, facilitates spiritual commitment, serves as a channel for spiritual energy. This is a healing energy right here. First thing that I feel connected to. We're having a global currency reset to gold-backed currency. Oh dear. I can't talk about that on here. I'm not joking you. They shadow ban me for everything as well. And it's not, I can't talk about that kind of subject anymore for two reasons. One, because this channel, they will shadow ban it. And the second one is my guides have advised me not to discuss that. And if I was to ever do something like that, I'd have to start a new channel. See, this is the problem. Let me try and phrase it in a way that is okay. Part of the reason the guides don't want me to go into this is because if it's backed by that, then that's a very physically tangible piece of information that it's the last thing we should be focusing on at the moment. And it's certainly not something my guides want me to look into, because for them it's a waste of my time, if I'm really honest with you. If you watch the last few videos, we're talking about focusing this way and then having distractions. That's a classic example of it. We need to be focusing on the inside, not the external. The external is, until we get the internal down, the external's not going to matter. And I know that sounds really naive to go, what are we supposed to do, live on air? No, but don't get distracted by that kind of information. That's all I'm going to say, because it's a deliberate distraction. That's why I don't invest in any of these. There's a lot of groups that are focused on that energy, and they are controlled opposition, and they're designed to throw people off, if I'm totally honest with you. So I'm not touching that with a barge pole. It's not. This is not the channel for you if that's your focus. I'm totally honest with you. Because what you're doing is you're externalizing a need for an inner conflict review that is not being overseen. You're not looking at something internally if that's your focus, if I'm totally honest with you. And that's the same for anyone who's focused on those kind of things. My guides are like, no, you're looking at the wrong thing there. Can someone bring me up to speed on what she's trying not to say, is in regards to what? I can't really say, love. It's put this way, there's a lot of things behind the scenes that are cause for distraction that my guides don't, and also based on what the sort of the channel on here doesn't like people talking about, but mainly my guides, if I'm totally honest with you, because I don't really care about the rules. I'd rather listen to my guides. They focus in on you. This is about yourself. This is not about anything that is being projected out, or distraction, or look at this all lovely conspiracy that we have to all sink our energy into. It's an energy siphon. That's another thing people don't realize. It's an energy siphon. We're supposed to be leveling up here, and there's a lot of work that, I mean, look, I know I have to do work, you know, and it's sometimes it's great to look outwards and externally, but this is not the time to do that. Knucklehead, the only reason I'm hiding that is because if I keep showing those kind of messages, they flag my video and they put it on hold for about 3 days. Because last time I showed that kind of a comment, they blessed Kasana messaged me. She was like, Jale, I can't get on your video. I said, listen, they've blocked the video because the messages that were flagged for me to look at, I showed them, and they don't like that. Even if it's something as simple as what you said, Knucklehead, they don't like it. And so if I show them and show them and show them, what happens is that happens. So if I just hide them, it's easier for me. Don't ask me why. I don't know. But I have to listen. It's just the way it is, I'm afraid. It's something that will help the people. What will help the people? Jane Baker, I totally agree with you. What's going to help the people? Oh, the shift. See, this is the thing. You're missing the point. You're focusing on the wrong things. No, no. That's why I'm not mentioning this. I'm not going to mention that because it's not. You're focused on the total wrong things here. It's not about gold and tangible. This is all smoke and mirrors. Jane, exactly. If you sink your energy into that, good luck, because you're going to be going into this spiral of nothingness. It's designed to do that. This is why I don't post anything like that on this channel, because this is supposed to get everyone up to date. Jane, I totally understand what you're saying, and I totally agree with you, but I can't post that comment because they flagged it because of the word in it. So like I said, if I show that now, they're going to flag it. Hello, Spiritual Psychic TV. Welcome. No worries, Jane. But can I go ahead? It's not. But it's not, what's ridiculous. You mean the censoring, or the fact that you're being distracted by that kind of energy? What's ridiculous? You're focusing on the wrong things, is what my guides are telling me. So you got to be careful there, because don't get suckered into that energy. I'm telling you, that is a very, very clever little tactic people will do. Is they'll sit and get you to focus and sink all of your energy into that, and it's a karmic hole. I'm just giving you a heads up there, but you know, it's up to you ultimately what you do with that information. So, okay, guys, I'm getting off here now. So have a wonderful evening, day, wherever you are. Take care of yourself. I hope you have, you know, all is well with you and everything goes great until we next go live. Take care, guys. Bye.